so excited today because we're getting out of the studio and it's for a good cause. Today we're at Early Connections and we're reading to the kids. Reading is so fundamental and I can't wait to sit with them. And of course, I had to bring some snacks. Let's check it out. Okay, let's continue. I heard the rhythm with my ears. Who's drumming? Trash cans. I look at the rhythm with my eyes. Drum on the floor. Now let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 different sources of natural light. Our sun is a star that emits light that warms Earth and provides. My hands. Clap. Maybe we can try some of these again. Can we all do a clap? What's your favorite song? Okay. The triangle. What about you? Hello, Southern Colorado, and welcome to Southern Colorado Life. I'm your host, Ryan Nelson, and today we have a guest who comes from out of state, but does about 1 million things, if you ask me. I'm going to let him introduce himself to you all.
What's up, everybody? My name is Slajchert. Ryan, it's such a pleasure to be here, man. Colorado is a place that's been good to me my whole career and life, so to be back here with you, man, is a true honor, and congratulations on an amazing new show, bro. This is pretty cool.
Thank you. So before I do these interviews and prepare, I try to take notes. And when it came to JD, I'm like, how do I pin down everything that you do? Like from fire prevention to being an author, you do just about everything. So where would you want to start today? Fire prevention?
Yeah, I mean, kind of what I'm more doing currently in the media and talking about quite a bit all around the country is you know, this recent tragedy me and my family went through, and really the community as a whole went through in Los Angeles. Which was these recent wildfires where we lost our family's restaurant, Moonshadows in Malibu, which, you know, a lot of people are familiar with. People from all around the world have reached out in support, which has obviously meant a great deal. But, you know, Ryan, I've been trying to do my part in terms of inspiring and trying to bring some hope to, you know, my community that's gone through so much. And really just an unbelievable circumstance by sharing my story, my family's story, and trying to help others that are going through this with us. And yeah, I think there's through any tragedy, there's always reasons to be optimistic, to try and work towards, you know, having a hopeful, positive attitude. And I'm trying to find different ways to do that. So
I love that, because even here in Colorado, we have fires as well. So hearing how we can prevent this and then also how to help, what are some of the ways that you're doing to help yours? Yeah,
so back in Malibu, we started a fundraiser for all of our staff that worked at our restaurant that just lost employment there. We've raised over $100,000, which has been amazing. And thank you to everybody out there that has donated and been involved in that. And now we're working together at our other restaurants, the Sunset, which is also in Malibu, and Ca del Sole, which is in Los Angeles, to bring some of our signature dishes from Moonshadows that people loved and enjoyed, that I loved and enjoyed, are now going to debut at our other restaurants. And so I'm talking about that and trying to also just bring business back to Malibu, which is a community that you know, has seen so much loss of just traction from everything that's happened, and I understand that. But I'm here trying to tell people, hey, it's safe to go go back to the beach, get a taco, get a lobster pasta, have a glass of wine, and enjoy your time at the Sunset because it's a great restaurant. So.
Okay. Are you all still taking donations?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
if you just visit our Instagram, moonshadows_Malibu, you can find out more information or find my Instagram too, and it's all there. So
That's great. Now, I know that you do this, I feel like you're a superhero because you're doing this, but also you've written some books, and a lot of them correlate with Denver and Colorado Springs, right?
yeah, so my second book is called Darling, You're Not Alone, and it was actually loosely based on the Columbine shooting in Littleton, Colorado. And, that wasn't an experience that I had a direct experience with, but it was something I just felt the need to talk about and write about. I had a great friend who, her parents were involved in a mass shooting, and I always said that one day I wanted to write a book to, shed some light on what I feel like is a problem in our country that doesn't get talked about enough. And, writing books takes so long to do. I've always said that even though I'm a fiction author, I want to try to write books that have a real world impact. So for each book I've written, I kind of pick like one event or one sort of cause to get behind. Like my first book, Moonflower, it's no secret, is about a friend of mine who had sickle cell disease. So that's an illness I've spoken a lot about and do a lot of nonprofit work for as well. And then for my second book, Darling, You're Not Alone, that one is obviously about gun violence and trying to bring some awareness to that. And so I did a fair bit of research traveling to Colorado while I was writing that book, and I actually think this might be my first time back since, so it's good to be back.
That's good. We're glad that you're here. What did you discover that really touched your heart when it came to that book?
Wow, that's a great question. It was a really intense book, I think, given that it was about such a heavy topic. But I think, while I was writing it, I remember kind of placing myself in this vantage point of what it must feel like to go through something like that as a high school student. And obviously it's just so devastating and terrifying to think about. But I think what touched me so much was like reading about what the Columbine students were up to now.
Now, I know, like a ton of people, when it comes to anything that we put out that is a form of art, or even social media, people read comments. Have you read any of the reviews to your books, or had somebody tell you and give you some feedback that said, like, wow, this really touched me? Or
that's not where I thought you were going with that.
No, I'm going to have asked it. No.
Of course, all the time. I mean, I get some of the most heartwarming, endearing, kind, considerate messages from friends and people I don't even know, strangers. And I mean, that means so much, and it always inspires me to keep going. And usually, Ryan, it's like something I never expect. Like, I might pour myself into one chapter and I feel like this is the chapter that's going to make this book so special, and then they have a totally different section that I didn't feel like was as important that really struck them. And that's always been fascinating to me, is learning, different parts of different stories will land differently with different people. And it just depends on the time and place you receive, I think, any book or piece of art.
Right. Makes sense. Okay. Now I want to transition into sports. I was doing my homework on you. Right or wrong, you're a hooper. You used to be a hooper.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I could tell, dude, when I first met him just a few minutes ago, I had to look up and I'm like, wow, he's pretty tall. I think he did play basketball. So your basketball career, talk to us about that.
Yeah, basketball really shaped much of who I am today. I played at UC Santa Barbara, so back in the Southern California area, go Gauchos.
Mm-hmm. And that's when your hair was shorter.
Much shorter.
See,
yeah.
I did my homework and I'm like, this looks like him, but I'm not sure. I'm glad you clarified.
And it was amazing, life-changing experience, and it's actually where I met my good friend Gabe Vincent, who plays for the Lakers and is a big part of why I'm traveling all over the place, is going to Laker games. But UCSB has had a huge impact on my career and life, and that's kind of where I got my start, honestly, as well as an author. They gave me my first chances to go on TV, to talk about my books, to speak about my books, and I was just there last week doing an interview. So
Wow.
yeah, Santa Barbara is near and dear to my heart. Absolutely.
That's great. That's a good story to hear, because I always hear a lot of student athletes struggling to find an identity or something after playing, and the university gave you an opportunity to do that in transition.
Truly, man. I owe them a tremendous debt. They saw something in me before I saw it in myself. I mean, even when I was playing, they would push me to go and do public appearances on behalf of the school. And this is before I'd even written a book. And I just sort of thought, this is crazy. You know, I don't know why they're having me do this. But yeah, UCSB really put a fire in me to go out and do different things. And I'm very grateful for that. And I'll continue to give back and be involved in that community for sure.
I love that.
Doesn't hurt that it's beautiful as well. But, yeah.
Of course, Santa Barbara's very beautiful. So what is next for you?
You know, I'm working on a few different things. I'm excited about a lot of them. They're coming together, I think, in a natural way, and I'm hopefully excited to be able to tell you more maybe next time I come back. But working on some film projects, some different books, some writing, and then maybe some TV opportunities. But yeah, I think all of it, Ryan, as this continues to build and snowball, will always come back to trying to inspire, going to different places, trying to tell my story, but also meet different people and let others know that, you know, whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. You'll be better for it. And kind of adversity is our superpower, is something I preach. And I think that will always be the most important through line for anything I do. So
that's awesome. Now, I know there's someone that's watching right now and they're wondering, how can I follow this guy? I'm inspired.
Well, you can find me at www.jdwritesbooks.com. That's probably the easiest place to get anything I'm doing. Also, my Instagram is just jd_Slajchert. And yeah, find me online. I'm easy to search up. I'm tall, I have red hair, and I'm not hard to miss.
Highlighting the best in our area. Southern Colorado Life with Ryan Nelson.